It is 4 p.m. right now. I haven't eaten anything since 4 a.m. Fasting is the most underrated willpower tactic. What I want you to understand is that when you eat, all the food that you eat contain carbohydrates and fats and proteins and other things. These are called macronutrients. The other micronutrients would be vitamins, minerals, and stuff like that. But the thing about carbohydrates is that if you consume lots of it, these carbohydrates gets converted into glucose in your body. I don't know if I'm using the right biological words, but bear with me here. Think of it as sugar. If you eat a lot of sugar, if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, there's too much sugar in your body and it's circulating within your body, it's going to your brain as well. And when you have all this glucose or sugar in your body, in your brain, you most often have brain fog. And also the insulin levels on your body. Insulin is the hormone which controls the sugar levels in your body, which you might have heard of diabetes. Diabetes is a disease where people can't control the sugar levels in their body because of weak pancreas or bad insulin levels and stuff like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is that when you have too much sugar in your body, you get brain fog. You don't get to make decisions right. You easily fall into temptations. But when you're fasted, the way I do it is because I'm a Muslim, I eat before sunrise, no, before the break of dawn. I have some food, I have some water, and till sunset, I don't eat or drink anything, and I do it for the good of God. But now I'm trying to tell you the benefits of it, because I haven't done fasting in a long time, and I've tried it because I've felt over the past few weeks that I've been slacking over the things, that I've been making the wrong decisions, that I've been falling into temptations, that I've been giving in to my desires, and that I'm wreaking havoc over my life, that I feel like that my future self will regret. My present self is regretting over the past few weeks, so my future self would regret more if I just keep doing the things that I'm doing. So I thought I would have a break from all this fogged brain patterns, this dim thinking. I don't know how to express this. You have this feeling where all the time you're overwhelmed with thought, all the time your brain is always crowded with all these things, but you never really had a moment of quiet where you could decide what you have to do. If you haven't gotten that in a while, fasting can help you achieve that. Let me walk you through the thing. I woke up at 4. I went ahead and prepared some eggs with some flour, and I ate that. I had some water. I did my prayers after it was time, and I went to sleep back because I couldn't get enough sleep last night because I went to sleep late because of the decisions that I've made over the past few weeks. All of this is messed up, and that's why I am trying to fix it by getting into a better mental state by fasting and all other things, reading more and things. So I go to sleep, I wake up around 8, I get ready for classes. I came back by 2. And all this time, in between these times, the interactions I make with people, I try to make it minimal and just the necessary ones. One is the religious reason of me lowering my gaze and not talking too much to the people of other sex, but also to conserve that mental energy. So for me, when I go to class, I'm thinking I have to save as much energy socially and like mental space and everything so that I can come back and work on the things that actually matter. So I came back by around 2. I had to take a nap because I was quite tired. And I woke up at 3 and I start to work on the video that is going public today, which will be last week when you're watching this. And then I started recording this video. And I really can't express how much clarity I have. And I don't know if you've noticed so far, this video probably has way less cuts because the words are just flowing out of my mouth. The thoughts are just coming out of my mind crystal clear. And right now I think it's around 4:40, and sunset is about 6:40, which is when I will break my fast according to the Muslim tradition. The point of this video is not about the specific techniques of fasting. It's not about intermittent fasting or 3 days of water fast or the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet also works in helping you with the thought patterns because you're not taking any carbs. I think the keto diet helps too. But this video is not about any of those diets. Pretty much it's about urging you to have a part of your day where you don't eat. Most of the people I know who are at the successful levels, who are productive and get their work done in the early hours of the day, usually they wake up around 5 and they don't eat till their work is done. So usually they skip breakfast and the first meal they have is lunch. By when they've already done the most important works of the day, and after lunch I think they rest for a while and they go for training and they have enough energy because they've had their lunch. There are ways you can do this. There are ways you can control your diets in a way that you limit the carbohydrates into your body. The insulin levels are much more stable when you want to get the most important work of the day done. And after that, you can do whatever, honestly. I mean, if you're not on a strict diet, which I am not right now because I've cut properly for the past 2 months and I'm at a very low fat level. I did it for football and the tournament's over. There's another one coming, but I don't feel fit for it. My legs are giving up. So I need to train on them. Maybe I'll start bulking next month. This is none of the point of this video. Am I getting distracted? Try fasting. If it works for you, keep doing it. There is a very appreciated, very respected, very heightened routine of fasting in Islam, which is called David's fasting. David is the King David, the Prophet, alayhi salam. And the way it works is you fast every alternate days and you do it in the way that I told you, sunrise to sunset. That is probably the peak fasting, but I've seen people do 3 days of water fast where you just don't eat anything for 3 days, but you do drink water, get hydrated and all that stuff. And when you fast, I want you to fast from all the pleasure habits that you hold on in your life. Listening to music. I don't listen to music when I fast. Outside of the fast, sometimes I do. And I do want to get rid of that habit. Watching doom scrolling and stuff like that. You gotta fast. Think of this as not just you refraining from food or water. Think of this as refraining from all the worldly pleasures so that your mind, you can feel the full might of your mind. There is a lot of health benefits as well when it comes to fasting, and you can find those in books and stuff. I'm not going to talk about this because I'm not an expert in that, and I don't want to get into the shady areas of these topics. Basically, there is a lot of health benefits, and as far as I've read, contrary to popular belief, you really don't lose muscle by fasting, because after a certain point the body realizes that you're fasting and it switches into that some survivor genes that we had from evolution or something. Honestly, I don't believe in evolution either. I think I've convinced you enough to try fasting. Do it once. If you feel anything different, do it again. If you don't feel anything different, try it a few more times. It's good, man. I feel so awesome. Praise be to God. And if you want any help from me, if you want me to mentor you or help you organize your life, take control over the things that you do in your life, help you schedule things, planning your life out, setting goals, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. That's about it for this video. There's a lot more videos on the channel. You can watch them and you can understand those messages, and that will help you out a lot. That's about it. I'll see you in a video.